G-body. Okay, so the last time I filmed this car, I told you guys the next time you would see it, it would be apart because I was all ready to pull it apart. The last video, I showed that the 403, I finally got it running exactly the way it should. It had a bad spark plug in it. I replaced all the wires. I got it running perfect. So I said, all right, that's it. I'm gonna tear it apart. Well, you know what I need to do? I need to take it on one more joyride. I need to make for sure, now that it runs good, I never drove it. I need to make certain that the transmission's now good. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I need to start this thing up, let it warm up, then I'll take it up and down the street. And then that'll be the end of this car. I've already been selling a few parts off of it, so if anyone needs a header panel or potentially some chrome trim, there's not too much salvageable on this car, but it's been sitting here for about a month. It even cranks over faster, it seems like. So it's nice and quiet. It runs on all 8 cylinders. It runs smooth. It started right up. Every time I run this car, it runs better and better every time. So I'm going to try to give this car a good run up and down the street, but it has a lot of weight in the trunk. I keep on filling the trunk with all sorts of sheet metal and just all sorts of scrap metal. Just because when this car is gone, I'm going to fill it all up with my scrap and then junk it. So it sounds good. That kicked down all the way. Alright, well I'm going to let this thing warm up and then I'm going to take it up and down the street. Alright, I got it out on the road. This thing runs great now. The brakes still aren't all that good. I'm going to turn this thing around. It downshifts, the 4 barrels are working nice. Transmission shifts smooth. Everything seems to be good to go finally with this thing. Second. It shifts a third. What a difference from the first time I drove this thing. Check out that video. It's maybe about 6 months ago or so. I'm gonna go ahead and let it downshift. Nice. Keep in mind this car has like no brakes on it. Brake lights on the dashboard. You just gotta know how to drive them with no brakes, I guess. Alright, one more. I couldn't resist. This thing's running so good, I think I blew something out of the exhaust. So it's running even a little bit better. So here, listen to this. Woo! It's moving now. Leaving a cloud of dust behind me. Alright, well this engine and tranny's going into my black 79 Cutlass Calais. I got a video on that car, so check that one out. It's a real nice car. It's a 70,000 mile car. It's got a 260 in it. And this driveline's going right into that car. I'm gonna pull out the driveline, maybe on these valve cover gaskets, clean it up, maybe throw a coat of paint on the motor, and go ahead and drop it in. So I'm pretty pumped about that. This thing pulls pretty hard, and this car just has a stock rear end in it, which is probably a 256. So it pulls pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with it. So go ahead and leave a comment. This is Cutlass G-body signing out.